Alright, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Action Figure Magic. So this morning, we have me, Jay, driving this bus to review and start a new kind of video where we look back on older figures or figures that are new to me, like he is to me. I just have fallen into the Daredevil, Punisher, Defenders universe. Now, the first time Netflix put the shows on, I was like, I don't want to watch no cheap Netflix, bad FX, street level stuff. I want to watch Avengers and all the big movies. So, Daredevil got lost on me. But after seeing Daredevil Born Again, oh my God, did that show suck me in. Now I'm watching season 1s of The Punisher and Daredevil. I'm about to start season 2 on both of those shows. And I scoured the earth for a good deal on this guy. But the scalpers are onto us. Here's some eBay prices. As you can see, he's going for a good price, even loose. I got mine on eBay also, but in an auction, I know a couple tricks, which is basically find the new people who are just starting and go to their auctions where nobody knows too much about them. I was the only bidder, got him for $22 and like 7 shipping, so I made out, paid less than retail, but as you can see, he's going for a lot more than that, even loose, so I scored, and this is the one that I wanted to start with, because I've seen reviews of him from a while ago, and he looks cool as heck. He kind of looks like, between the show and the comic book, kind of like the Blade from the Marvel Knights Wave looked. He looked comic booky, but you knew it was that Wesley Snipes was absolutely modeled after that comic book image. There's just no doubt. So I kind of feel the same with him. He looks great. Shall we bring the box a little closer? Yes, we shall. Trying to keep the glare off here. Not an easy trick, guys. But somehow we're doing it. He looks so good in there, dude. I can't even. It's just, I can already tell he's got pinless joints. Those knees are going to be killer. He's going to give great stop motion. Oh, look at that. That's crazy. Stay around to the end of this video because it's going to be a spoiler alert, but some Daredevil Born Again Season 2 images have begun to leak online, and I will show you a shot from that where he's wearing a black suit with the double D's. Oh yeah. So if you don't want to see that, don't watch it past the end credits. But if you do, you do, and it looks awesome. And that is a figure I can't wait for. I wish I could buy a Punisher, but those are going between $100 and $200, so that's too rich for me. But I'm all over the new one that's coming from Daredevil Born Again, he looks good to me, even though he has that Jersey Shore haircut. That's what he looks like when he's shaven. I wish they would give us a bloody head with the long hair and the beard, but whatever. We'll see what happens when we get to that really coming out. Okay, so Mindless One Wave. I actually got, Daredevil here. I have this Fist Ninja that comes with a second head. It's a skeleton head, and I have the original Fist Ninja, but I had to buy that one because it was cool, and I got it for like $13. That'll be a future older figure review candidate for sure. All right, let's see what this says. Daredevil, having gained superhuman senses after losing his sight, Matt Murdock protects Hell's Kitchen as an attorney by day and the hero Daredevil by night. Yes, sir. This came out in 2023, so it's about 2 years old, which hits the target I want to hit with this new feature of looking at older figures. There's our UPC number. If that would help you to find one, that would be awesome. Not seeing the DCP unless it's back here. Not even sure if that helps anybody anymore, but I'm not quite seeing it back here. Maybe they didn't do it back here. Whatever. It is now time to open Mr. Matt Murdock. See you on the other side. All right, check it out. It is King Daredevil, live and busted out of his cardboard and plastic prison with a little help from his human. This guy, me, the guy in the chair. All right, he came with a pike, and if you've seen any of my videos lately where the figures come with pikes, they can do some awesome stuff, definitely in stop motion, and that would be his bow staff, which is pretty much a hurting stick. Now, let us take a look at him. He looks awesome, first of all. Definitely rides that line between comic book look and the show look. Pretty kinda, I can see where both iterations are within this figure, as I showed with that Blade figure from the Knights of Marvel wave that was part of. So, yeah, that's part of the reason I like it. before we get into his articulation and first, inspection and all that, this is a TMNT weapon, okay? And this is more akin to something Matt would be using. And I've already been able to fit it in his side pouch, so yeah, I'm seriously thinking about painting them red if they do a nice job, because, yeah, that would allow a lot more cool Daredevil moves. All right, talk about, wow, double jointed elbows, huh? Beautiful. Can't beat that with a stick unless you want to. We got our thigh cuts. We got our thigh cuts, which is integral and provides awesome stop motion opportunities on the figures that do come with them. For sure. Yeah, for a 2-year-old figure, he's definitely, ahead of his time a bit, I should think. Come on, Matt. There you go, body. I don't know what is going on with this crazy blurring effect that's happening, but I really don't like it. Okay, so definitely a new mold as far as I can tell. This is the first Daredevil figure I've ever touched or opened, bought, owned, and played with. So excuse me if I don't know every single little thing about him. I know I love the show and the seasons that came before it. All I watch now is Daredevil and Punisher, the earlier seasons, and I'm just hook, line, and sinker into the whole thing, and I love it a lot. Okay, Matt's arms. T-pose, no problem. Of course, there's no problem. What do we got? Bicep swivels, of course. We got hinge, ball joint hinge hands, which, go side to side, up and down, and all around. His head doesn't really look up too high, but how high do you need him to look up? Well, I guess pretty high, kind of, sometimes. Then again, he can't see, so he doesn't really need to look anywhere, right? Oh, good lord. Okay, there is his forward crunch, which he can hold like a boss. Hell yeah, bro. That's when you know you got a good figure, or one sign anyway, as of late. Let's see, take them back. Let me bring these up a little closer for counterweight, and there we go. Hell yeah, dude. This dude can totally hold it. No foot pegs or figure holders or posers over here, guys. We don't use them. If you need a figure poser for your stop motions and your photography and can't erase them, I really don't like that effect. That's like watching a movie and seeing the strings when they jump off a building or something. It's, I don't know, doesn't work for me, guys. And especially, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, using a figure's natural build, center of gravity, and his articulation is what it's all about. I grew up in an era where we did not use toy posers or foot peg things or any of that. And I will always stay with that old school aesthetic. All right, guys, you know what time it is. Time for some Daredevil stop motion articulation fun. Let's get into it. Figured I'd get outside and get a little training done. Yeah! Daredevil, your favorite red vigilante, coming for fist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for that midpoint observation and a look at his accessories, which are all weapons in this case. This pike right here, if you guys have been seeing any of my videos lately, all these guys that have had pikes have been awesome. You could do a lot of cool things with them, like that whole thing where I put them on the side and do that whole thing. I might not do it today because we've just seen that like 35 times. I will try to not do that today. As far as this holder, this holds his staff, which can, I'm probably going to use it in half like that and keep him back here so no one knows that he's got him on. Maybe he could just, from the front, you're not going to know those weapons are there, so he could just grab them stealth, and that would be very cool, I should say. So that articulation stop motion, that was certainly fun. So far so good. The figure, you can tell he's a little dated, I'm not going to lie. He's been, there's been easier moments in my life than I've had than dealing with this guy, but of course, it's me, and I will always find a way to, get figures I like working, eventually, somehow, one way or the other. But yeah, this guy, I'm sure once I get him more broken in and stuff, he'll be a lot more fun. For sure. Definitely. I like the way he moves, all that. He's well put together. well made, just a little tight, but we're going to work them in. All right, so far so good. Let's check out an accessories stop motion demonstration, which probably will kind of end up in a fight. With who? We shall see. See you on the other side. Be right back.
I find you there. A dialogue I was hoping any
All right, guys, that is going to do it. This was a fun video to make, for sure. I'm glad to finally have a Daredevil in my arsenal. It's become my favorite show. He's become quickly one of my favorite characters, as does Mr. Fisk, played by Mr. D'Onofrio, but I couldn't use his little tiny body, you know? I think even that looks better with the little head and the big body than it did come with the original comic head. Plus, he's one of the crappier deluxes, if you ask me, but he fits some scenes well, so he's kind of a must-have. We got a 7-inch scale McFarlane for comparisons. He's a 7-inch scale, so obviously. We got an older Falcon here, who's a 6-inch scale, and this awesome, underrated Hawkeye or / Ronin from the Hawkeye series. Great figure, 6 inches. So yeah, he stands on his own, toe-to-toe with any figure I got, and that was awesome, fun. I can't quite give him a 10 because he's a little outdated, and I really felt that. No boot cuts, the thigh cuts were nice, and some of the joints are very stiff still, so I still got to work him in. I'm going to give him a 9, and I'm going to recommend him if you can find him at a good price like I did, $22 plus 7 shipping. That's a great price. Don't get sucked into these eBay prices and pay $50 and stuff. That's just nuts. But until the new one comes out, he will suffice. This was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I'd like to make this a feature once a week where I go over an older but necessary figure that I've just bought recently. And the thing will be they got to be 2 years older or whatever. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. Stay tuned. There's going to be a funny post-credit scene right after the credits, and it's very funny. If you don't watch it, that's on you. But anybody who's seen the Minecraft movie, you might want to stay tuned. And thank you for watching. It's been a blast. Catch you on the next one. Happy Easter tomorrow. Hope it's a safe and happy Easter. We out. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Not so do that. What are you?
Looks pretty real to me. It's been all over the internet. Haha.